Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 2 of TECM B40. I just want to make sure to go over all of the assignments and what you have to work on this week. There's a lot to go through. First thing I need to make sure of, because I've noticed that some people have not logged into My Open Math. You need to make sure you do so immediately so that way we don't have any issues with you completing this course. I did notice something that there might have been an issue. Hopefully you went to this announcement right here at the top, and it should hopefully show up on the screen, and you use that course ID and enrollment key. If you looked into the welcome module and you used a different course ID and enrollment key, make sure you contact me immediately because I want to make sure to give you credit for what you've done, but please make sure you do this because if you use a different course ID, different enrollment key, you're working in basically a different class and I don't have access to what you're doing. So it's really important that you contact me immediately, get signed up into this class, and then we can figure out the other parts. I can contact the other professor because it's from a shell from his other course that I can work with for you in that respect. But if you don't contact me, I may not know that you're logged in and getting work done because that's how I check to make sure you get your points for your assignments. Okay, so really important. Make sure you do that. Let me know immediately if that's the case. So check and make sure you're on the right course ID. And if you are, no worries. Some of you guys have already started grading assignments. So if you've done your assignments on My Open Math, I've gone through. If you haven't finished them yet, that's fine. You still have till tomorrow. In this case, that would be September 23rd to get those done. If you do turn them late, you turn them late, but just make sure you get it done. There's a lot to do this week. So let's go into that. So I'm coming back to the home page. I want to make sure to show you what it looks like. And here we go. Okay, so this is the introductory video that's still up there. It's always going to be up there just in case you need it for reference. And week 2, that's this right here. You have to do on My Open Math, sections 1.2, 1.3, and 1.4. You also need to do a quiz number 1. Okay, and then you have 2 Microsoft Excel assignments that you have to complete. We'll kind of go through those as we go through it, but make sure you get that done by the 30th of September. So that gives you over a week to do it. It'll be loaded. But if you wait till the last second, there's a lot to go through. So I'm not going to lie. Please don't wait till the last second. Okay, so let's kind of go into it. I'm going to go into the modules right now. Okay, and I'm looking at it from a teacher point of view, so I know yours is going to look a little bit different, especially when I start publishing a few other things to go along with it. So week 2, you have 2 assignments to complete in Canvas, which are specifically Microsoft Excel assignments. So this first one is Microsoft Excel 1.5. It's basically a practice that you have to do. So basically, follow all the steps here. Okay, make sure you save it onto your computer so you can keep the data files. But you have instructions here. You have a data file, and then you also even have an answer key for this practice to make sure you're doing things right. When you finish it, make sure you submit in Canvas this Microsoft Excel file so that way we're all set. Okay, once you finish it. And again, you can see the answer key, so you should get it completely correct. Okay, really important. There's also a video walkthrough to help you with it, but just make sure you're getting that done. The next thing you have to do, this is the actual homework for it. So you notice we have a practice and then we have a homework. This is normal. Okay, so the idea is that, hey, you practice it so then when you do the homework part, which does not have the answer key, you're able to complete that and get that done. Okay, so again, make sure you look at the instructions. You've got a data file that you're going to use in order to complete the assignment. There's even a walkthrough video to help you out with it. And there's also some videos in order to help you deal with creating and saving workbooks, doing some data entry, modifying columns and rows, moving, copying worksheets, all the stuff that you need for Excel, because that's really important in some of these assignments. So please make sure you get that done. Okay. Now we move on to the My Open Math. I'm going to come back to the module so you can see it. Let's see, it should show up right now. I'm hoping it does. There we go. So you have 1.2, 1.3, and 1.4. Now you should notice that there's going to be a prep, a lesson, and a homework. The prep is to help you with some of the basic skills that you'll need for the lesson. Okay, so make sure you complete the prep on My Open Math. Then complete the lesson. Okay, and I have a video there with me talking to help you go through each of the questions of the lesson. So you should hopefully get that all completely correct. And then you do the homework. Okay, so make sure you take notes from the lesson and the prep to help you complete the homework. Do that for all three. So 1.2, prep 1.2, lesson 1.2, homework 1.2. Then you can do the same thing for 1.3, lesson 1.3, and homework 1.3. So make sure you complete that just like you did on 1.1. And then you have prep 1.4, lesson 1.4, and homework 1.4. Want to make sure that you understand that you see that these points that are given there, these are the same points you get in My Open Math. So what I do is that I go into My Open Math, see who's completed it. This is why it's important that you're in the correct class, because if you're in the wrong class, that could be a problem. But I look at what points My Open Math gives you, and I convert those points, or basically take those points and type them into Canvas. Okay, so that's how you're going to see your Canvas grade change. Now, you'll notice that these ones are due September 30th. So after the 30th, I will go through and put zeros for those people that haven't completed it. So you might see your grade drop really fast. So please, please, please make sure you get everything done so that way you don't fall behind, because, again, it's a 12-week semester. It's going to go really fast. Last thing you need to do is complete the quiz. Now, one thing about the quiz is that you have 90 minutes to complete it. So the moment you start it, this is not 90 minutes of time on the computer looking at it. Okay, so there's a difference there. The moment you open it, it starts a timer for 90 minutes. If you start it and then walk away and the time goes off, it'll score it and then you're done, and there's no retakes. So you need to make sure that you set aside enough time to complete that quiz, so that way you're all set. Okay? Again, if you have any questions about anything, please let me know. Okay? But these are the things that you have to complete this week in either My Open Math or in Canvas. Now, again, if you have not logged in and completed the first part of the orientation module, please do so. If you haven't finished your introductions, because remember, you got to do your introduction and respond to two people. Respond to two people, and then do the My Open Math. That's going to be really important. Again, make sure you do the introduction, make sure you do the lesson 1.1, and make sure you do homework 1.1. What I'm going to do is I'll go through it tomorrow, see who else has turned it in, and then I'm going to go through it on Tuesday and start putting in zeros for those that have not. And again, if you are one of those that might have accidentally, and I think it might have been right here. Let me pull it up. I'm just trying to make sure, because I did notice something when I was going through it. Nope, this was not the one. So there was a spot where I think I had a different code in there, and I want to make sure that you have the correct one. So it might have been in here. Nope, that was not it. So let's see. And again, I'm just trying to make sure that I see where that happened. Let's see. So, nope, that's not it. There was a spot where I noticed that it was a different code on it, and I want to make sure to show you where it might have been, just in case you did put the wrong thing. I think it might have been in here. Yeah, right here. It had a different course ID and enrollment key. If you put the wrong one in, that's not your fault, because I made a mistake in not changing this one. I forgot that there was something here. But make sure you enroll in that course ID, do that enrollment key, and then let me know. Because if you've already completed the first three, I want to make sure to give you credit for it, but you got to help me out by letting me know. I will not be able to see it unless I know, and then I can contact the other teacher and take care of that. Okay, so please let me know if that's the case. Otherwise, if you have any questions regarding your assignments, your grades, or anything like that, feel free to email me. Remember, we are not meeting as students in this class online unless you want to have some office hours with me. If you have any questions, we can Zoom, but you got to contact me, and we have to arrange that. but we don't have any designated class time. All of this is on your own. Okay, but if you do need help, you can either go to the tutoring center or you can contact me, and I'm more than willing to help you out as much as I can. But just make sure, don't wait till the last second where you get overwhelmed, because at that point it might be too late and you might give yourself a really hard time of getting caught back up. Hope you guys have had a good weekend. Look forward to seeing your assignments this week. And if you have any questions, please contact me.